You know that awkward feeling when two characters are supposed to be madly in love, but the screen says otherwise?
Awkward.
Yeah. Today, we're counting down the top 5 K-drama couples who had everything. Looks, talent, even the perfect soundtrack. But still, no spark. Warning, your fave might be on this list. All right, number 5 is The Glory, 2022. Song Hye-kyo, the queen of melodrama, paired with rising star Lee Do-hyun. Now, when this was announced, I was ready for fireworks. I mean, she's legendary, he's got range. What could go wrong? Well, turns out a lot. Their romance, it felt more like a business deal than a love story. And it wasn't just me. The internet was buzzing that the second male lead actually had more chemistry with her than the main guy. Now, let's check what fans had to say. Purple Fairy 24 says, The Glory. I wish the second male lead was the actual lead. They had sizzling chemistry. The ML and FL pairing felt so odd and weird. Yep, that odd and weird description couldn't have said it better myself. Watching them together was like watching two actors rehearse, but for different movies. Dreaded85 says, Agree. Lee Do-hyun has those boyish faces. It didn't suit her at all. Exactly. Amazing actor, wrong romantic vibe. It just didn't land.
There was just no spark.
At number 4, we have Itaewon Class, the drama where the male lead's romantic gestures often felt, well, less like a passionate K-drama moment and more like he was giving her a friendly head rub. Fans were left wondering, was this a romance or a sibling bonding session?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
Now, let's see what a viewer had to say. Ann Knightley says, Itaewon Class was so odd to me. The romance felt so forced, and it didn't help that she basically idolized him from high school age.
Huh?
Yeah. Once it starts as idolization, every hug looks like a congratulations handshake, or one of those awkward head taps he kept doing. Honestly, half the time it felt more like he was patting a good puppy than flirting. Honestly, I kept rooting harder for Danbam's business milestones than for a kiss. That says it all. At number 3, we've got The K2, a drama where Ji Chang-wook could fight off an entire army without breaking a sweat, but somehow couldn't fight his way into a believable romance with Yoona. We had people writing, I swear, nothing against the actors, they are amazing on their own, but goddamn, they had no chemistry. For me, K2, I thought the male lead had more chemistry with the mother than the female lead. A lot of viewers felt Ji Chang-wook had way more sizzling on-screen chemistry with the stepmother's character than with Yoona, to the point where some were actually wishing that was the real romance instead. A lot of comments were also calling Yoona out, saying the role didn't fit her or that she just couldn't bring the emotional depth the character needed. One person wrote, lol, yes, I forgot Yoona was even there. That's brutal, but fair. You can't disappear in scenes with Ji Chang-wook and still expect viewers to ship you. At some point, it felt like she was just there to occasionally look sad and run away from bad guys. And honestly, I kinda get it. When the most romantic spark in your drama comes from a stepmother subplot, something definitely went sideways. At number 2, we've got Startup, a drama that promised us innovation, ambition, and maybe a side of romance, but ended up dividing the internet faster than a Bitcoin crash. The shade was real. One person commented, example of no chemistry. That rainbow kissing scene in front of the church during episode 16 of Startup? Ha ha ha, just watched it and exactly what I was thinking too. Yep, this is it. I just had to show it, and honestly, it's exactly what fans are talking about. You see how awkward this kiss looks? Lack of chemistry, lack of romance, everything was just zero. And honestly, I feel this one deep in my drama watching soul. To be real, when I first saw the trailer for Startup, I was hyped. I'm a big fan of Bae Suzy. And then I saw Kim Sen-ho and got even more excited. Even though it was my first drama with him, the man radiated chemistry right from the trailer. That's why I naturally assumed he was the male lead. But nope. Turns out he was the second male lead. And I'm sorry, but that was the exact moment my enthusiasm for the actual male lead started to tank. It just ruined the whole romantic arc for me. Still, I pushed through because of my girl Suzy. But I'm telling you, the real romance in that show, at least for me, was between viewers and Kim Sen-ho's Ji Pyong. And number 1 on our list is the romance that had all the budget, all the hype, all the visual perfection, and somehow zero spark. Yes, I'm talking about the King Eternal Monarch. On paper, this should have been K-drama royalty. Lee Min-ho as a literal king from a parallel universe, Kim Go-eun as a fearless detective from ours. Fantasy, check. Royal romance, check. 2 A-list actors, double check. But when these two finally stood in the same frame, fans were waiting for fireworks and got awkward small talk instead. From stiff hugs to kisses that looked more like posed photo shoots than passion, it was painfully clear this faded love story never actually found its fire. The comments were serving shade on a silver platter. One person wrote, "I watched it a few days after release during lockdown. I liked it except for the romance part. They have no chemistry at all. It was laughable." Honestly, that's the kind of review that tells you everything. If the romance in a romance drama makes people laugh instead of swoon, you've already lost. Another fan didn't hold back, saying, "Totally agree with you. I think Lee Min-ho has more chemistry with his horse than the female lead." See, now that's brutal, but they're not wrong. The man and his horse had more believable eye contact than the supposed soulmates of the show. And it wasn't just 2 salty viewers. The comment sections were flooded with people saying they couldn't even finish the drama because the romance was that awkward. The only reason some kept watching?
Woo Do-han.
Tea. All right, besties, we just spilled 5 cups of piping hot K-drama tea. Now tell me, which couple felt the most awkward to you? And if we missed any, drop them in the comments. Oh, before I forget, let me know which country you're watching from so I can give you a special shout out in the next video. Don't miss out. Tap like and hit subscribe so you don't miss more funny K-drama commentary and juicy tea coming, because around here it's K-drama or nothing. Bye!